Another man, a fire captain, a fire captain, a fire chief. You know what I'm saying? A fire captain, a fire captain. You know what I'm saying? You know when your house catch on fire, the people that come and you know what I'm saying, they supposed to you know what I'm saying, they supposed to water hose the fire down, all that shit. Well, this fire captain was accused of having sex with a minor. It seems to be a pattern. It seems to be a pattern here. Is it a pattern? You tell me, man. I want y'all to tell me. Do y'all think there's a pattern going on, and why is this shit going on? And like, do y'all think there's a pattern? Do y'all think there's just a what's going on in America?
Let me introduce you to Aaron Michael D'Alto. He was a captain with Polk County Fire Rescue.
Aaron Michael D'Alto, a captain with the Polk County. Allegedly having sex with a minor. A fire captain, a fire chief, the people that come out to help you, to that's supposed to be saving lives, protecting. They pedophiles. People that's coming out in the fire trucks, you gotta watch them too. We already found that we gotta watch the FedEx driver. We gotta watch the state trooper. We gotta watch the border patrol agents. And now we have to watch the fire truck guys, the firefighters. So we gotta watch the FedEx guys. We gotta watch the state troopers. We gotta watch the we gotta watch the we gotta watch the FedEx guys, the state troopers. Watch the FedEx guys, the state troopers. We gotta watch the firefighters, and we gotta watch the border patrol agents. It's crazy, man. We gotta keep an eye out on all these people who's supposedly here to serve the community. Some of them protect and serve.
He's no longer employed by them.
Start that over for y'all. Firefighter, fire captain, caught having sex with a minor. He's a pedophile.
Let me introduce you to Aaron Michael D'Alto. He was a captain with Polk County Fire Rescue. He's no longer employed by them. He resigned in lieu of termination. And do you know why? We arrested him, along with the Winter Haven Police Department. On about November the 8th, Winter Haven Police Department was contacted where this fire captain supposedly had sex with a 17-year-old girl. That's clearly illegal. What makes it worse is
What is a what is a fire captain doing with a 17-year-old girl? The fire captain, the chief at the firehouse, the firefighter, they boss, they chief, the fire captain. When your house catch on fire, yeah, the firefighters that come out, they captain. He's out here having sex with kids. FedEx drivers, Border Patrol agents, state troopers, now firefighters.
He met this 17-year-old girl when she came for a ride along at the fire station.
She came for a ride along at the fire station. So they had a bunch of kids in the fire station, you know what I'm saying, doing something for the community probably. Whole time they fire captain is a pedophile. How sick is that, man? Imagine if you take your kids to the firehouse because they having an event for the kids in the community, but the whole time it's firefighters and they fire captains is preying upon your kids. Yeah, when they pick them up to put them on that fire truck, they ain't just trying to pick them up, put them on the fire truck. They trying to touch them. Bro, be mindful who you let your kids around. You don't know these people.
So at the end of the day, Winter Haven Police is notified. They begin their investigation, and they determine that 2 of the 3 times where this former captain with the fire department and this 17-year-old victim had consensual sex, 2 of the 3 times were at Saddle Creek Park. So
he didn't have this kid come to a fire event, had a ride along, and then enticed this young girl to have sex with him in a park. This is the fire chief of Polk County. The fire chief. The fire chief is in a park having sex with kids. Think about that. Think about that for a second. The fire captain, the fire chief, is somewhere in a park having sex with a kid. If this ain't some sick shit, if it ain't a bunch of sick shit going on out here, see, I'm bringing light to all this sick shit. It's really already in your face, but I'm gonna bring some more light to it, because I don't want nobody out here being naive to this shit. This shit needs to be in your face and raw and uncut. This some sick shit. The fire captain of your neighborhood, not saying your neighborhood right now, but think about it. We don't know. He's in somebody's neighborhood. So as far as I'm talking for them people, the fire captain of your neighborhood was somewhere in your neighborhood in a park having sex with a kid.
on the investigation. As we investigated the case, we also determined that they had been at an escape room in Lakeland, that they had gone to the movie together in Lakeland, that they had met at Saddle Creek Park by their own admission.
So he taking her out to the movies, taking her to the escape room. How old is this guy? She's probably old enough to be his daughter. You know what I'm saying? He taking her out to the movies. This is straight pedophile shit. When he doing all that, taking her out to the movies, spending money, that's called grooming. That's called grooming. Yeah, he doing all that because at the end he want a sexual favor. And at the end, that's what ended up happening. He's the exact definition of a pedophile. And he was the fire chief. So that means he hung around police all the time. He hung around all the top, everybody in the other community he was around. He was around. Everybody knew him. Everybody know him. Cause to be a fire chief, you had to be a firefighter for a long time. You would have had to be a firefighter for years for you to get that position. So everybody got a chance. Everybody in the community then didn't know you. You put out fires in the community. Everybody know you. And this what you is. The whole time, this is what you is. How many more victims is out there? How many more kids have you preyed on? Like real shit. You just got caught this time. Y'all been doing ride-alongs and shit for years. This ain't the first ride-along y'all done did.
In fact, he admitted to taking her to the escape room and to a movie and going to Saddle Creek Park, but he denied ever having sex with her. The evidence all is to the contrary. So we arrested him. He went to jail. In addition to that, he resigned from the fire department. So how did that work for him? I can tell you that Polk Fire Rescue totally cooperated. They always do when they have an unfortunate event, but we should not judge all of the wonderful, hardworking firefighters by this guy's stupid actions. At the end of the day, he's supposed to be...
Yeah, they said we shouldn't judge all the firefighters by this guy's actions, right? But we get judged off others' actions every day. It's people that look like me that do something every day, and I get looked at in a certain light because of their actions. So why should we not look at every FedEx driver, state trooper, border patrol agent, and firefighter? Why should we not look at them in the same light? If all of them have been accused of and on the way being convicted of, not convicted yet, of heinous, sick, twisted crimes, maybe on multiple occasions. So why should we not look at them in that light? Is it a double standard?
The adult in the room, not led by the child in the room. And as a result of his conduct and her conduct, he went to jail facing very serious felony charges.
Sheriff, do you know how authorities found out about this relationship?
I don't know. It first came into Winter Haven Police Department. Then they notified us when they found that two of the events were in the county. One apparently happened at the Lake Maud Park in the city limits of Winter Haven. But during the investigation, they determined that two of the events happened in the unincorporated area, and that's how we got involved. But after all, firefighters save lives, but he ruined his own professional life with his conduct.
So he had made it up the ranks in the department, so you would assume that he would have more sense than, cavorting with a minor. He apparently didn't. What do you think?
No, it's very frustrating to me, because when a person does something like this, they not only embarrass themselves, they embarrass the fire department, their colleagues, and the entire industry. Well, it's important to point out that everyone that's hired in public safety is hired from the human race. And just occasionally, you'll let someone come into your ranks who you believe is a stellar person. Obviously, they thought so. He even had a promotion along the way, or two or three. But at the end of the day, occasionally, the people we hire disappoints us. And that's what happened to Fire Rescue. Aaron Michael D'Alto, former captain, embarrassed the organization with his felonious conduct. They immediately took action when it came to their attention. Law enforcement took action, and he went to jail. And guess what? If we need firefighters, we'll dial 911. We don't need them in the jail, but we'll put them there if they violate the law. just like we'll put cops and doctors and anyone else that violates the law in jail.
In jail now, but that could be prison time.
It could very well could be prison time because there's at least 3.
Why is it could be? Why is it could be? Shouldn't it be? It is going to be prison time. Why is it could be?
Felony events that we're dealing with so far. But the investigation is never over until it's over.
And he said, no, I didn't do it.
Yes, he said he didn't do it. However, his consensual partner, who was 17, said that he did, and we have evidence to that effect.
Is that evidence text messages?
Well, we don't discuss all of our evidence during the ongoing investigation, but I can tell you that text message is part of the evidence.
But he started off talking to her after the ride along. They developed like a personal relationship. He's 31, she's 17, and they were talking.
He's 31 years old, and he's talking to a 17-year-old girl. This is a pedophile, man. This is the exact definition of a pedophile. Grooming. Ride around in the fire truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck type of sick ass shit is that, bro? You riding around in the fire truck and you, like, bro, there's plenty of women out there, bro, that's like available, bro. Like, I don't understand why. Like, that's what I'm saying. It gotta be just you're just a pedophile. It's no other answer. It's no other. That's it. That's all. That's all it is. You're just a pedophile. That's what it is. It's coming out now.
About like video games and all that kind of stuff. Even at that level, isn't that inappropriate?
Certainly, he was 37 when this occurred. He's 38 now, and she was 17. He's supposed to be.
Oh, he's 37 now. Same, it don't matter. He's still a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, she's old enough to be his daughter. You know what I'm saying? He's still a pedophile, so, but yeah, he's a pedophile. He's exposed now. He's sick. He's a fucking sicko.
The adult. He is a supervisor at the fire station. So even creating that relationship, listen, we understand that teenage girls and boys sometimes become infatuated with people of status, wear uniforms, well respected, but you're supposed to be the adult in the room. And
what the fuck? We know. Hold on, let me rewind that, man.
With people of, listen, we understand that teenage girls and boys sometimes become infatuated with people of status,
That man say. That man say. We know that teenage girls and boys, yeah, throw boys in there, sometimes become infatuated with people that's in high positions and wear uniforms, and it's up to the person to be the adult. Bro, when I was a kid, like, I don't remember looking at people that because they was, unless they was like an entertainer or a singer, you know what I'm saying, somebody like that, that was like, you know, put in front of our face to be attractive. I never looked at nobody that was like a cop or a a firefighter or like a, you know what I'm saying, a fucking teacher or anything, you know what I'm saying? Just because they was in a higher position or whatever, I never looked at anybody like that because of the position they stood in society. So that was just me though. He did say sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, this guy is a pedophile, you know what I'm saying? And he's a fire captain. So it's fucked up, man.
Wear uniforms, well respected, but you're supposed to be the adult in the room and go, don't act like that, don't talk like.
So it's kind of like he's saying, like, if you're an adult, sometimes you're gonna have kids. If you're an adult in a high position, you're gonna have kids that are gonna want to come to you, and they're gonna like you, and so to you to say no. To me, I don't know. To me, that's a fucked up way of thinking to me. And this guy is the police chief. I don't think that if you in a high position as a whatever you is, that you should have to worry about kids coming up to you, you know what I'm saying, to as coming to you in that type of manner, unless you're put in a position where you're an entertainer or something. That's the only, you know what I'm saying. Then it's like, then yeah, I can see that because you're putting people's faces, you know what I'm saying, and people be young and you become idols and people idolize people and stuff like that as far as entertainers. But when it come to cops and firefighters, nah, I never heard of that. I never heard of that. So it's like it's hard for me to understand his way of thinking. And this is the police chief. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. To me, to me, it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? How he'd think that if you in a position where you got like, if you in like if you're a firefighter or if you're a police officer, you should have to worry about kids trying to have relationships with you. Like that don't even make no sense. I'm gonna rewind what he said, so whoever just popped on, I'm gonna rewind what he said so you can hear it and you can hear what I'm talking about.
And that teenage supervisor at the fire station. So even creating that relationship, listen, we understand that teenage girls and boys sometimes become infatuated with people of status, wear uniforms, well respected, but you're supposed to be the adult in the room and go, don't act like that, don't talk like that, don't say those things. What he did was the polar opposite.
See, I just don't think that. I just don't really agree. Like I said, except for if you're an entertainer. If you're an entertainer, a singer, a rapper, whatever, then yeah, I will understand why you would have kids that's, you know what I'm saying, infatuated with you because you become an idol. They idolize you. You know what I'm saying? I understand how if it's a boy and you a male performer or entertainer, that boy gonna want to be you, and if it's a girl, she gonna want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? No matter how old she is, because you know she's idolized. You know what I'm saying? You're idolized. But as far as a firefighter or a police officer, I don't really see how you would have to be fending off um, advances from minors. No, in this situation, it seems like he was the one who was advancing. He was the one who was doing that. So what his way of thinking to me, and this is the police chief that I'm talking about right now, who just said that. I feel like he got kind of a fucked up way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? For him to like say it like, I don't know, man. You tell me.
He took her to the movies and to the escape room.
Right.
He groomed or totally cooperated with this 17-year-old or led the communication and encouraged her. But at the end of the day, it was consensual sex. But that's still illegal.
See, it's like he said at the end of the day it was consensual sex, but that's still illegal. So okay, if it's illegal, then is it consensual sex? Why do you keep saying consensual sex if it's not illegal? I mean, if it's not legal, if it's illegal, then it would be either it would be either statutory rape or it would be rape or some. It would be one of them, right? It's one of them, right? If they not old enough, it's statutory, and then if it's like without a certain consent or something like that, or they parents or something like that, then it's something. So, but he's saying it's consent, but it's illegal. It's consent, but it's illegal. It's not consent. It's supposed to be called statutory rape or something. It's rape, but he don't want to say that about the fire chief.
You can't do that. Plus, he had even a
He keeps saying you can't do that. Like, bro, this is a 37-year-old man having sex with a 17-year-old, and he keeps saying he's like, it's like he don't want to say them words that really need to be said. Like at the end of the day, this is rape. This is a fire captain who's raping a kid in a park in a community. Come on, man, this shit crazy. Matter of fact, I forgot about the fucking U.S. Senator. Forgot about him the whole time. It's five. We got a state trooper. We got a border patrol agent. We got the FedEx driver. We got the fire captain. And we got the senator. We got the senator, the state trooper, the border patrol agent, the fire captain, and we got the fucking FedEx driver. All these guys is committing these heinous, sick, twisted acts. Come on, man. Like, it's like, what's going on? And I'm probably missing something else.
greater responsibility because she was at the fire station for a ride along to see if she was interested in becoming a firefighter. That's not unusual. We allow ride alongs, we introduce people to our profession every day. But this guy operated totally outside of the rules, totally outside the norms, embarrassed himself, his family, the organization, and at the end of the day, he's in jail. Instead of a jail captain, he is a jail bird.
In the Winter Haven police
No, that wasn't a good joke.
affidavit, it mentions that there was a photograph taken at the escape room. What do you think about the fact that he was photographed with her and agreed to that?
Sure. Well, I can't even imagine, first, in my wildest imagination, that he would do this.
Well, it doesn't matter what you can imagine what he can do because it's done already. He's taking pictures with this little girl. This man is almost 40 years old, taking pictures with a child who he's raping and grooming, and he's sick. He's a fucking sicko.
But to show that he only has 3 brain cells and 2 of them aren't working, he's got photographs with her? Are you kidding me? How crazy can you be? So I hope he enjoyed his criminal conduct, because now
I hope he enjoyed his criminal conduct. I hope you enjoyed raping that little girl. What you saying? Why would you use that language in this situation? These are some sick motherfuckers, man.
Now he's paying a very tough price for that outrageous conduct.
And that picture is part of the investigation.
It will be part of the investigation. I believe it's in the Winter Haven evidence, but I'm told that it's still online at maybe one of the escape rooms. So listen, he's not going to escape from jail, even though he escaped from a room with a 17-year-old.
Man, he keep coming with these lame ass jokes and shit. Like, this shit really a game to him. Like, bro, this shit fucked up, man. You gotta watch out, man. You gotta watch out in this fucking sick ass country. These fucking pedophiles and shit. You gotta watch out, man. You gotta watch your kids and watch who the fuck they be around.